do the countdown here.
I see Tom and Jerry again. Oh, there we go. I'm up. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Crazy Castle. Alright, we're gonna start it up right away. I go to the next screen and then I will give you a little countdown for the timer. And I think I'm ready, so 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go! Now this is a fairly long game. There are 60 levels in this game, and the concept is pretty simple. Bugs has to collect all the carrots without getting hit or captured, or whatever you want to call it in NES terms, by any of the enemies. The enemies all have different walking dynamics, and you sort of have to learn how they work. The green cats over there can go up or down. Through doorways or pipes. The gray cats over there can only go up, so if they go up and they're in a room where the only way out is to go down, they actually get stuck there. And that happens a lot. There are lots of ways to trap enemies in this. So, there wasn't very much rooting done for this game. I had to work out a lot of new concepts. Oh, that's another thing, you can pass enemies on stairways, which is really, really useful. But yeah, I had to work out a lot of concepts on my own, sort of trying to optimize everything. And I'm not 100% certain if I have everything perfect. Like, there are some levels where you really have to work with the way enemies move to get around them. And sometimes that involves, you know, not the absolute optimal route, purely speed-wise. But some of the enemies can be manipulated, like the gray cats there, for example. This part's really neat, by the way. We get all the carrots in this area and then pass the green cat perfectly. Here, when I was going down that door, I was holding right. When you manipulate... enemies' movement depends entirely on your controller inputs, and that includes when you're not necessarily moving. The game treats your inputs as though you're always moving. So when I held right as I was going down that door at that specific moment, that's something that I saw happen a lot. We're basically preventing that gray cat from falling to the left and blocking our fall. Very, very important, otherwise that stage takes a lot longer. Here we're going to wait until the gray cat steps off the edge. If I keep going left, he's going to turn around at that exact moment. A few things like that were really important to learn early on. But yeah, thankfully, this game really moves, so although there are 60 stages, it's not like we're stuck on one stage for a long period of time or anything. This part is really weird. The green cats, for whatever reason, when you're really close to them and they're coming down a door, they will very often just go back up. Here we have to pause slightly, we have to let Sam walk all the way to the right, then he'll turn around and we'll go past him. Now in my channel I always mourn poor Sam here. He's not gonna die, but he is going to take a very large plunge, and it's gonna hurt his knees. So, we take a moment to mourn poor Sam and his poor knees, which will never be the same. You see him sort of hobbling off there. This level, I designed my own specific route. Again, it's not necessarily the absolute fastest way to get all the carrots, but it 100% works, like, every single time with the enemy's movements. And this part is just beautiful. I collect this carrot and we go right in between the green cat. I'm going to do everything exactly the same time every single time. There, you see I did a little pause right at the beginning. I'm going to do another little pause right here. These pauses are always intentional and extremely important for negotiating the global movement of all the enemies. So here we get this nice little gap right in between two cats there. Again, this level will always work out the same. There's nothing that's likely to change the movement of the enemies. In this level, it might look a little weird at the start because I'm sort of walking away from, like, that carrot at the bottom left, for example, but I really need the coyote at the bottom to sort of work with me. I have this invincibility, and I absolutely have to land on him there, otherwise the entire stage gets messed up. I do a slight detour here to just take out the green cat, because if I don't do that, he's going to come back, and he's going to impede my movement towards all these carrots at the end. One more thing you need to know about this game is when you land from a fall or from a staircase, the game automatically forces you to take one step in the direction you're facing, and that's the reason that I save this carrot for last, and I sort of leave the one on the left until I'm actually moving to the left first, so that I don't waste those movements. This level is also extremely neat. It also works out basically 100% of the time. Oh, you know what? I think I made a mistake there. This probably won't work. I'm just gonna have to do a quick suicide. But it's right at the beginning of the level, not too big a deal. I forgot about one thing, and that is that once we go up this door, I have to hold left as I'm going up. Now everything will work. See, Daffy, that forces Daffy down the stairs there, so that we can pass him, and that's 100% necessary, so that we can do this. And the rest of this level just works out so perfectly. This gray cat at the top, you'll see him turn around here, and he keeps walking away just long enough for us to hit him with that box. Alright, very specific movement required up here, so that we force the gray cat to the left just long enough for us to squeak in this door. And I think we have to punch Sam here. Yeah, he'll turn around there frequently. Gray cat's working with us. Sometimes he's at the bottom right, and when he is, we have to sort of pause before we get this last carrot. And here's another moment where there's probably a better way to do this, but I haven't found it yet. So what I do is just wait for those cats to turn around, and then I grab this carrot. Now Sam is not where we want him to be, and I'm going to try and force him over here. There we go. So now he's out of the way completely, and we can do the rest of the level. It becomes a problem when he's down here on the bottom right. This level also works out really well. You'll see right here, we just barely avoid this cat and just barely have time to snag that carrot. And when I go through these doors, I'm going to do some holding right so that I manipulate that gray cat to go to the right so that he's out of the way of that carrot at the bottom, which is just something I discovered last week that works and works reliably. This level I also designed my own tech for reliably getting past the enemies for a speed run. So if I did everything right, we should be able to just walk straight to the left, go in between all the cats, and just have this perfect landing and get this carrot. So far it's worked. I think only once did that mess up, and even when it did, I found a path through the cats that didn't really lose any time. Alright, here I need to take a step to the left before I start. Very important. And here I need to take a brief pause. We're just going to give the cat some distance so we can knock him out. Take one extra step so that Sam goes further. And we're just barely going to pass the green cat, and I think if I did everything right, yes, we can still pass him there. Perfect. Now the last little thing is here we have to take an extra step and just force... Oh, never mind. If I go... The point of there is if I go straight to the right down those stairs, Sam is going to turn around at the exact wrong time and defeat poor Bugs. This next level also works out perfectly. I used to shoot that green guy, then I discovered I really don't have to, so I just don't bother anymore. And here I can go straight up the pipe because the green cat will loyally go straight down. Very nice of him. Pick up these lower 2 carrots first and then move on. And again, this part just works out really nicely. The gray cat walks a little bit to the left before he turns around, and because he does that, we have time to squeeze up this pipe. Although, we do have an extra boxing glove. We could hit him with that if we wanted. So, just like that, we're a quarter through the game. Takes no time at all. Okay, Grey Cat cooperated, he's out of my way. So we can fall straight here, which is exactly what we want. Need to get this carrot before we move on to the top. It's important to get those dead-end carrots before you go to the end of a lot of levels. Had to pause there briefly to get the Grey Cat out of the way. When he ends up there, that's what you have to do. Alright, here we have to pause until the Grey Cat gets a little distance, just so we can pick up that invincibility tonic, whatever it is. And hopefully you'll go back up, yes. And we squeeze past the coyote. I don't need the boxing glove, or I shouldn't. So let's try it without the boxing glove, and hopefully everything will work out. Okay, the Grey Cat should be on the left? Oh no, he's on the right, okay. So there's nothing to worry about now. We beat him to the carrot even if he does step up there. So yeah, that's what I'm talking about when I say sometimes things are unpredictable because an enemy will be off-screen for most of the level and you won't see him affected by, like, if you change any of your movements. Okay, here, again, I'm going to manipulate Sam to the left as much as I can because we need to get down there and not only get this carrot, but also climb these stairs, and we did it just in time. So Sam is pretty easily manipulatable. He can't go through doors, he only walks right or left, and he can change directions. It's something like once every 6 steps or something like that. And I think the Grey Cats work similarly, but not exactly the same. And then Daffy is exactly the same as Sam, except he can also stop. And because he can also stop, his motion can get a little glitchy. And that's why when we get to level 26, I'm going to have to be really, really careful getting past a Daffy. But we'll get to that. Okay, everything looks good here. Now, the last carrot you see in the bottom left there is guarded by Sam, and Sam, again, sometimes his movement can be just a little bit weird. Yeah, see there? He went back and forth, and I almost got hit by him, but just barely. We still had room, so that worked out really well. That's the thing I always worry about when squeezing into those little isolated areas. This level's also going to look a little weird because we're taking this long pipe route instead of getting the nearby carrots, but it's going to work out to be faster. I don't think I need this boxing glove, but we'll pick it up just for safety. Oh yeah, I do need it, that's right. We need to punch this guy, he's always going to be in the way. Then we go over to the left. We have to make sure that that Grey Cat has already fallen. And we also have to make sure that we force him over into the pipe, and now we're good. If I go up there and he decides to turn right instead of going up the pipe, he's gonna get me most of the time. And that would be a shame. Alright, so here's an example of a little maze room. The green cat can go up and down doors, so he's not going to get stuck. But a gray cat or an orange cat would get stuck up there. and we'll see that happen in later levels. Now here, it's hard to predict exactly where this gray cat's gonna be. Oh, nice! He cooperated with me perfectly. That doesn't always happen, but that means I can finish the level optimally. I can get that top right carrot right away, and then pick up the last two stragglers. Oh, this is going pretty well so far. A little bit of precision required here, because there's a coyote down below, and we need him to be out of the way when we fall down here. So I need to do all my movements properly and make sure that he's in this bottom right corner when I go. And the movements I do on the D-pad are pretty reliable in that regard. Oh! I paused just ever so slightly when I came out there, and that was the reason that didn't work. I need to bravely hold left and walk straight into that cat, and he's going to turn around at the exact right moment. So we'll try that again. Oh, I'm not supposed to get that carrot first! Are we gonna be okay? We are gonna be okay. No worries. And then there are just two carrots up here. With no cats in the way. Alright, sometimes with this level there is a problem with the gray cat that is... that you can see right now. He seems to crowd that door, and I haven't found a reliable way to get rid of him, unfortunately. See, he's still there, and what I want to do is climb all the way up and then take this fall. Oh, he's walking away. Well, let's hope he keeps doing that. No, he's back. Okay, there we go, there we go. He's not always that nice. Okay, Daffy walked all the way to the right, so we're gonna play it safe. The tonic will run out somewhere close to there, so we don't want to have to worry about that. Don't need that boxing glove. And this level shouldn't have any problems. I think I've optimized this level. So once we fall here, the level is over. Gonna take a brief pause right here so that Sam will walk far enough. We need to pick up this carrot and then keep going. And we're gonna go straight to the top first. When I try to take one of those bottom carrots first, the cats just don't want to cooperate pattern-wise, and it ends up taking longer. So we'll get the one on the right first, and then climb right back up, and we're just barely gonna squeak by this cat coming down the pipe. This level works pretty uniformly. So here we go, level 26, the very key Daffy manipulation in the corner. Here we go. And hopefully that did it. And yes, we got it. So if I don't do very precise movements and pauses there, Daffy is going to have one of those 6-step movement rotations too far to the left, and we're not going to be able to get over to that door. And there's no clear way to get him to move out of the way. It's really weird. Now in this level, the same thing is going to happen in the same place with Sam instead of Daffy, and Sam is much easier to manipulate, so we don't really have to do anything special. All we're going to do is sort of walk here, then walk here, and then we're just going to follow him. And it works. And the last carrot here should be unattended. Sometimes the orange cat is up here, but he's the easiest to get out of the way. He will, if you don't press anything for a few seconds, he'll just stop. And you can literally just choose which way he moves by pressing the appropriate direction on the D-pad. Now here I have to pause for a gray cat. There he is, and I have to give him a little bit of time to move off the screen, let him climb up. Doesn't matter which two cats I shoot here. If it's orange cat, I just have to be careful how I approach this door, and now we're good. This level's also pretty straightforward. The only point of contention is Daffy, who walks straight to the bottom of these staircases right away. And so you just have to sort of be careful how you approach. What I want to do is step here and then get him to move, and hopefully that works, yeah. We'll pick up this carrot before we cycle for the rest. And orange cat is nowhere to bother me. This level requires a lot of enemy manipulation. We basically want them all to move to the right a lot. So I'm going to be holding right a lot of the time as I'm going through pipes. Again, it's not as simple as you just hold right and they go. But yeah, that worked perfectly. And this should be the last carrot. And just like that, we're halfway through the game. I haven't seen the timer yet, but I do know that I can save time on the world record, and I know that at this point it's still possible, so hopefully everything goes well. I'm going to force you that way. And you go to the left and fall, that's perfect. Oh, I don't have a boxing glove! See, the gray cat was at the top, and I wanted to, like, I was worried if I went straight up that he would be in the wrong place. I'm gonna try and force him away this time. I'm not used to seeing him there. So yeah, hopefully this time it'll work out okay. Gotta watch out for the coyote. And yeah, see, this time the gray cat is nowhere to be found. Gotta make sure we don't fall on him there. Whoa, shoot! Wow! I didn't step right for that carrot, I looked away for like 1 second. So we've got an additional problem. Well, I guess I can just force him over this way. No, it's not working yet. Hang on. Go, go, go. Okay. That was silly. Alright, no more distracting myself. Alright, this level is really tricky to optimize, so what I do for a safety route here is I pick up these two carrots on the left before either of the cats get down there, because once they do, you only have one boxing glove, and things get really messy. Like, this boxing glove, for starters, I want to use it on Sam here. So with two cats over there and no way to kill either one of them, things get really rough. So we just want to make sure that we don't have to worry about that. And it looks like, yeah, he finally went over there, so we're in the clear. Don't have to fall there into the pit of doom with the two cats. Here, at the bottom of this staircase, we have to take a step to the left. It's extremely important. And we just barely make our timing here. And then here... Okay, this will work out. Here we're going to take the 2 carrots at the bottom and then work the rest of the level. And there's a bit of extra enemy manipulation here. I'm going to stop to make sure Sam goes downstairs. That means he's totally out of the level. Then we're going to shoot the orange cat. And now we've got to be really careful with this gray cat here. Okay, he's not in the way yet, so we're going to pick that up. And no! That's one of the major difficulties with this level. Sometimes the gray cat's point of turnaround will be different, and in that case, he didn't take a step to the left after he went down the staircase. So hopefully he does this time. Alright, let's see where he is. Wow, he's totally out of the way, but I couldn't get up there in time. So we've got to do the same thing, basically. Or can I force you over? Yes. Excellent. We have to get the top carrot first. There's no point in getting going down first, because have to get this one and then fall, so... There we go. Alright, this one should also be pretty straightforward. I'm gonna pick this up just in case, but I think we're gonna be okay. Yeah. Alright, this level I like to call the leap of faith. For starters, I'm gonna do some manipulation to make sure the orange cat falls. There he goes. And now, the fastest way to speedrun this level, there are 2 sides, so you get all the carrots on the right, and then the fastest way over is to just take the leap of faith. It's the fastest way down, and fortunately all the enemies were out of the way. That actually works almost every time, based on the movements that I do on my way up. So I'm not afraid to try that in a marathon. Much better than just going down all those doors slowly. Oh, going up this way. Can I squeeze past you? Yes. And that should be it for this level. Orange cat's out of the way, so I don't think there's any danger. Here I'm going to sweep the bottom first. And I don't think there's any real danger in this level. Oh, I have to force this guy over here, that's one thing. And then, yeah, that's it. Just loop around for this carrot and clean up the top right. Here we need to hold left to force the coyote below over to the left, so we can pick up that carrot, very important. And here, I think I want to get this carrot first and then go up top. Will you go back up? Yes. And then here we're just in the clear. The coyote will sometimes be in the way, I might have to pause there, but this time it worked out perfectly. This level should work perfectly every time. We're gonna drop this, and it's gonna hit that cat that's in the way. And everything from here should be straightforward. Oh, except for Daffy, we have to worry about him, but he cooperated this time. Excellent. Again, his movement is not always predictable. If you change your movement just a little bit during the level, he can get stuck in a really weird place. Sometimes a smaller than normal place and just walk back and forth. Here we're going to pause just a moment. And before we move anywhere, we have to make sure we get all these intermittent carrots. We have to take these long pipe winds to pick them up. And I forced Sam on the bottom to the very left, so it looks like we're in the clear there. So I can fall here without worrying about what's below. That gray cat was a little scary, but it worked. That carrot is essentially a kill. If you touch that no carrot sign, it will take you to one of 10 secret levels. The secret levels are loaded with enemies and pipes, and they're mostly they're really, really unfair. It is possible to beat them, but most of the time you're gonna have to take a long fall to get a carrot, and an enemy's just gonna be there. Now here you see the coyote up there in the top right. That is gonna be our problem at the end of the level. Oh, just missed him. It's not gonna matter because he's gonna go back down this pipe. But yeah, hopefully my little manipulation at the end will work every time and get the coyote out of the way. Okay, here we go. That should work. Yes! He's another one of those enemies that can sort of go back and forth if you do one little change in your motion. Okay, there's the gray cat. Want to make sure we don't fall into him. We can't shoot yet, and oh, he didn't turn around. He didn't turn around as soon as I thought he would. If I were to shoot from one level up there, it would go right over his head, even though it looks like the boxing glove would, graze his head. Wouldn't work. Oh! What are... Oh, I had to go back down to the pipe. There's no way to avoid this. Unfortunately, when the green cat comes over like that, I would have to go back down that pipe and back through again to avoid death. And it would have taken almost the exact same amount of time as dying, so I really didn't miss out on anything there. So this time we're just gonna watch out for him. Yeah, he very rarely appears there, so... Oh, here he is. So yeah, he's now stuck on this pipe for the rest of the level, I think. So we have nothing to worry about. And that's it. Okay, here's a level that requires a heck of a lot of precision, rather. Hopefully I do this right. And pass you on the stairs, yes! I'm so glad that works. It's like the prettiest thing in this game. The cat goes up the stairs before you, and you still manage to get past him before he comes out. Alright, I think that gray cat's just gonna stay out of the way. So there's going to be an orange cat, I believe, on the right of this level, and he's going to be guarding the last carrot, so we just have to be careful how we move anywhere near him. Like, I can't just go up here. So I'm going to get the top carrot first for safety. And then hopefully on our way back down we can sort of force him out of the way. He should just climb the stairs and... oh, wow. Go up. There you go. But yeah, he's very responsive to our movement, so it's hard to go right without forcing him to turn around to the right. Okay, here the enemies did not cooperate and we cannot just risk falling into Daffy there, so we're just going to take a moment here and force Daffy over. This happens a lot of the time, actually. So now you can see we're totally in the clear, and we can do this. And I think we want the top here. And just for safety, because I'm not sure exactly where I'm at when things change in this level, I'm just going to take that cat out. And now everything looks good, we just need Daffy out of the way so we can fall. Oh, never mind, that's the last carrot. I thought I missed one in the middle, on the bottom. Okay, we got the top carrot, and yeah, there's nothing up there, so this is it. Excellent. That's about as fast as that level can go. That might have been a gold split, actually, for me, because the cat's positions just worked out perfectly. Normally someone's in the way. Now this level is all about that gray cat at the top. He doesn't like to cooperate, so the first thing we need to do is pick this up. Oh, he's cooperating! That's awesome. Thank you. Thank you, cat. Much appreciated. Okay, so we'll get the bottom carrot first. I'm gonna come up this pipe for safety. Oh, that was risky, but I was pretty sure I was okay. Just got a little scary, it was tight. The world record is 48:53. I think I should still be somewhat on pace right now. There's a little bit of a scary moment here with this cat. Okay. It's scary because if I'm standing at the wrong height, I think he only falls on like every second step, basically. So if I'm at the wrong height, I'm not going to be able to get him, but... with him out of the way, everything is done. For a kids game, there are a lot of levels that are really cleverly designed in this. So it was really fun for me to speedrun. Okay, here we need a very precise fall, and we got it. That's the reason we leave this carrot, so that we can set up that very, very perfect fall, otherwise the cat's just going to be in the wrong place. And I'm just going to make sure nothing happens there. Okay, now here we have the same problem, unfortunately. Two enemies in the way. And now I've forced them both out of the way, so we're in the clear. Uh-oh, Daffy? Okay, good. He turned around again. Here we don't need the boxing glove. Faster not to get it. Perfect! Sometimes the gray cats get down to the bottom, and we have to worry about our timing when we land. This is going extremely well so far. This one we definitely need the boxing glove. And here's an example of the orange cat getting stuck in a room he can't get out of because he can't go down. So he's stuck up there for the rest of the level. And here I'm going to pick up both of these just in case. And so, yeah, I'm going to use one. I think we're going to be okay with only one. We're going to try and force them over to the right. Go! And, okay, yeah, we're good. It was nice of the gray cat to not continue moving to the left there. If he had, I would have just gone back down and waited. So here we want to get the bottom 3 carrots first, because the enemies are going to get really messy at the bottom. And I'm also going to do some manipulation here to force Sam to fall down. Where are you, Sam? Oh! Well, if you're over there, that's fine, because we can just do this. And we have to force... Oh! That didn't work. If he goes up, that's also fine, because he's just going to keep going up, and then we'll force him off here. No problems. So yeah, sometimes there are some unexpected surprises with the way enemies move after they've been off the screen for the entire level. This one, I had to discover a very specific setup to get the enemies to cooperate the way I wanted. Basically here, we need a gray cat to come up this pipe, and there he is. So we're going to take a little intermittent stop here and go down and get this extra boxing glove, and that's going to make this level essentially marathon safe, which is exactly what we want. So we got all the intermittent carrots, and now we have a boxing glove for that orange guy, who normally is just in the way, and there's no good way to get him out of the way. But now the level's clean, and we have an extra boxing glove for Daffy at the end. We don't have to worry about using the tonic on him. Alright, some more specific movement stuff here. We need to coax the coyote down as we collect the other carrots simultaneously. We need the coyote to fall here. Normally that orange cat actually goes up these pipes, but it's actually better for him to be down there. There's no possibility of him being in the way now. Uh-oh. Oh, that should be okay. We just have to pass him and pick it back up. Okay, here it is of the utmost importance that that orange cat does not get down to the pit in the left. So we force him to fall right there, just taking a moment. We're out of boxing gloves, so if he came over to the left... when the carrot was still down there, it would have been very disastrous for our poor hero Bugs Bunny. Here we just have to wait for the cat. He's going to step right up to me. I'm used to that, so I'm not afraid of it. And now here, the gray cat's in the way. We need to sort of pause and get him out of the way. It's just one of those things. Okay, we're good. Two falls here for the last carrots. And hey, just like that, we're on the last 4 levels. It feels like I've been going fast, but again, I can't see the timer until I finish. But I wouldn't want to anyway. We'll leave it for a surprise. So here, there's another very specific thing that has to happen. In order to get that carrot on the left without... There we go. Oh, you know what? That wasn't the best timing. Let's get a few extra frames here. In order to get this carrot without shooting a cat with the boxing glove, we need to force that green cat down 2 doors, and we just did that. Oh wow, he actually moved back to the right. So in that case, we could have gotten past him without it. Alright, here we have to coax this cat all the way up, all the way into that left door before we move. Very important. The orange cat is there! Where is he? There he is. Okay. Should be alright now. I want this boxing glove before I risk anything. Nice. Now we can use the tonic on Daffy, and we have a boxing glove for the orange guy. Level 59 is harder than the last level, I'll say that much. Okay, I'm gonna give this guy just a second to pass me. And we're gonna try and shoot him when we land. That's perfect. Ah, Sam didn't cooperate. I was moving right, but he still switched his direction, unfortunately. Yeah, this level has some quirks to it. Couldn't quite hit him before he got down. So we'll try this again. Okay. Oh! Sam's out of the way now, let's sneak in and get this. If he's not going to turn around, we'll have to go down this pipe right away. Not the end of the world. There's a carrot on the far left. Eventually we have to go down this pipe. And thankfully we don't have to go back through it, we can just fall. Now we gotta make sure that Sam is out of the way. And the last thing we have to do is get up that pipe on the right. Wait, can I fall this way? I can! That's so awesome, I just noticed that now. Well, that saved a little time. And just like that, we're down to the last level. Again, we have to go around this no carrot sign. Otherwise we'll get sent to an extra level. But yeah, this level always just works out. There's a coyote at the bottom, and he has a habit of just working out. There he is. We're gonna shoot him for safety. I'm a little worried about climbing the stairs. 3, 2, 1, time on the last carrot. I forgot to mention that. So that's it. Wow, that was really, really close to the world record. That's hilarious. like, extremely close. Thank you all so much for watching. I'll be back in a few hours to play the Adventures of Bayou Billy in the Adventure block. Hope you all enjoyed the cartoon block. Oh, I'm sorry, there are 2 more games left. Next up is Angry Lanks playing The Little Mermaid. Enjoy, everyone. Thank you very much.